What's up, my XRP brothers from another mother and my cute XRP sisters? This is Rob with the with the Rob 007 channel, formerly the XRP 007 channel, coming to you from beautiful and hot Venice Island, another gorgeous day down at the beach, however, 5 out of 5. And the title of this episode is, I hadn't got that far yet, but we'll figure out something before I get there. And thank you as always. I cannot begin once again to tell you how I appreciate each and every one of you. We are now at just right at 3,000 subs, so we've clawed back 10% of where I had been at 31,000 prior. That third video's gotten 14,000 views. Thank you so much, and welcome back my new 471 subs. Some of you guys are also new to this channel, or discovering my channel, so welcome as well. And over 1,400 likes, so thank you so much. And so indeed, if you are new to this channel, if you would hit the subscribe button to subscribe, the bell for notifications, that like button, tap it, slap it, whatever you are feeling for a Monday. Personally, I'd slap it considering the price of XRP. And also Connor with Mickle Markets, he's going to be actually mentioning my channel on his next episode tonight and letting his audience know. He's got over 110,000 subs now. And also he's going to do a tweet over on Twitter to his 60,000 plus followers. So appreciate you, Connor. And a disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, and this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Don't forget about the fine folks at Caleb and Brown, my favorite place to custody. I need to put my links in. I so apologize. I'll try to get them in tonight, but there will be a link in there. Hopefully I can have time to get it in there tonight. Kraken, they give you $50 sign-up bonus when you sign up, and I trust they'll double that to 100. And love all three of those. And if you want to, and they'll give you 100 on that bonus. And yeah. And if you want to get an ROI on your XRP OMG, just email me your name, number, good time to call. My email will be in the description as well. Joe up in the comments says, send XRP to the banana zone. Says, my boss is getting kind of arrogant lately. Yeah, we're all just like sitting on their hands patiently waiting. Also in the comments, Jason says, why do I think that this Thanksgiving will blow our minds? That's right, Thanksgiving lands on the 4th Thursday of November, which is going to be on the 27th. And 5 days prior, that is the ISO 222 full migration by all the banks and go live date. So we will see if they are using rich data, i.e. using it for payments. John up on John Buckley up on the comment says, Rob, XRP gonna exceed, I love this one, XRP, and let this sink in, it's gonna exceed our wildest expectations. Whether you hold 1,000 or 100,000, you are way ahead of the masses. He is so correct, and appreciate that. Currently we got Bitcoin at 113,587, down 2.5% on the 24-hour. XRP looking like the ugly duck, really bad. I had 292. Nope, it's back down to 290, over 5% down as this correction continues. So, be still my beating heart. Not in a good way. Also, this is up from CC up on X. Says breaking Ripple. 200 million XRP just left Ripple's wallet. Goes on to say, you don't move 600 million in silence unless, wait for it, something massive is about to happen. I just got this spidey, tingly sense that we are on the verge of something still happening in August. Really do. One, obviously I'm still looking for my August utility event. Two, there's kind of like, there's always rumors out there that something else is going to be announced. That would be great to end this month. We only got 12 days left. Ripple president Monica Long, if this is ever was a sign that how things have changed, is Monica Long says clients are not asking about tokenization, but they're asking how quickly we can do it. You see this? That is so exciting. Keep in mind they got over 300 partnerships, Ripple does, and over 1,700 NDAs. And my new wild card, I always like having a wild card that said this could possibly happen. This is actually looking pretty good, and that would be for that my October wild card, to see if indeed Ripple gets granted that national bank license for the Ripple National Trust Bank. And you know what? I cannot imagine how that would absolutely rock the financial world. I mean, just leave everybody breathless and speechless. This one goes up here. So exciting. Yes, and so yeah, we're basically just kind of witnessing a flip the switch moment. So everything's just been turned on its head, from regulations that they're all now flipping in our favor, to the banks now, knocking on Ripple's door. It used to be that they were the ones, and now that they are knocking on their door. So yes, we are seeing this and witnessing this happen in real time. X Finance Bull says 21 shares and coin shares. You've heard it by now. That approval from the SEC has been moved to mid-October, somewhere in that October 18th to 20th date. They kicked the can down the road, and probably just because they're going to let all of them will be granted all at once, so they will have a level playing field. Expect BlackRock to be in there, and yes, per Remy Relief, and I've gone over, a lot of people talked about this in depth, about how the fake one that was filed by BlackRock, and they said no, it was a fake, we didn't do that, and then actually also just liquidated both longs and shorts when that happened. It was absolutely crazy. But that fake one, a lot of people, including Jake Claver, thinks that yeah, it absolutely was filed on that date. So if that's the case, they'd be first in line. Wouldn't that be crazy? CNBC, this is great. Gemini, who worked with Ripple to get that RLUSD line of credit. Well, guess what? They had filed for an IPO. That broke first thing this morning. Sure, you heard that as well. And breaking news. This one caught me off guard and falls in the category of why I am not surprised. Larry Fink is now, BlackRock is now to head up the WEF. WTF? Why am I not surprised? It makes perfect sense now that he who's that Klaus guy that was on there for a while. It says that you will own nothing and be happy. That's his famous words. Eric Trump up on X says, green light. He says, if you know, you know. Apparently he knows of something that's imminent to happen. Let's see if it happens in August. I sure hope so. Bill Morgan says, and this is about my October wild card, Ripple application for National Charter Bank license was filed on July 2nd, and it more than likely should be decided within 120 days. That would put it right at the end of October. So we could really have a wild October if we get simultaneously that, along with approvals of 20 XRP spot ETFs. And then we're off to the races to see how fast that they can start to launch in November. And maybe this comes prior to the end of October. Maybe we get it, just like I said, if we get it on the 21st, maybe some of them can start going live after only 1 week. So, sage advice from Versan over at Black Swan Capitalist. Really great video, and dive down into it. And he did an hour-long podcast over at Digital Outlook. Dave was unable to do it, but his wife did an excellent job. It's over an hour. But he said basically his frame of mind, not financial advice. He might be a financial advisor, I'm not sure. He says never sell your XRP and become your own bank. And indeed, Alan Staple Crew has mentioned that as well. We'll all be able to become our own bank with a certain amount, I believe. Tricky, let's see. Oh yeah, and he goes on to say that he truly, and I'm just observation about Versan, I met him in person about a year and a half ago when I was the host of the Quantum Financial Summit and that 2-day event in Cape Canaveral. Such a great guy, but I said he truly understands the value proposition of XRP and its role that it's going to play in the new financial system as the world's bridge currency. And then he also noted in that interview, he says, goes on the site that the Treasury has a strategic interest in XRP. That also tells you everything, and I cannot wait till they get granted that Fed master account. Insane. So they will be right at the top of the food chain with so many others like JP Morgan and BlackRock at that point. And actually, they will be running through, guess what? XRP and XRP Ledger. And for a little TA down by the beach, eGrad Crypto says 12 days to go. What's he talking about? The end of the month. And he says if XRP is able to close over $3.30 market down, that would be super bullish. So let's see if we don't have some news that can catapult us over that, if not even higher. Also, that we have 12 days that we could still see my possible XRP being used as at scale, by the way, for payments. 12 days left for that. And if it does happen, we shall see. We could potentially see XRP just shoot up in between $10 and $15. Again, not financial advice. Gemini, next week. It says he says next era of rewards prepping to launch. That was a cryptic tweet up on Twitter, and the letters X, R, and P, they're capitalized. That's not the first time we've seen that, so really exciting. We should expect an announcement to come out from them. That should be imminent as well. That would be really great. That could actually come out this month. Quote of the day from Tuck Rico. He says, XRP, the only digital asset that can rise 500% with and proving that it can hold it, has holding power as well, and still fly under everyone's radar. It is, yeah, it's truly something else. Baba Cog says, doesn't matter when the case ends. He goes on with his prediction, XRP moons on 9/22. I'm going to stick this one up there too. I'm going to put that in my calendar as well. I'd be all right with that. You guys be okay with XRP mooning 9/22? Kenny Wynn, shout out to you, Kenny. Said, I don't know who that is. They'll have to leave a message. Kenny Wynn says Trump will announce a new Fed chairman. I'm just ready to see the current one ready to go. Mr. Poole says, and yeah, we are expecting rate cuts in September. We'll see if we get 0 or quarter or 1 point. We maybe just see one. Trump, as well as Scott Bessent, says they're calling for a 3-point basis or more. Wouldn't expect that to happen with Jerome Powell, but if they can replace him, then that would be possible. So that's going to move the markets in September. We do have are able to look forward to that. Mr. Poole says, oh, and then I still can't help but get excited about that 9/22 date if we actually have a flip the switch moment or something happens on that day. All right, Mr. Poole says, what are the odds that here we are on 8/18? As we get down to the best for last of this episode, can kind of get a little fuel for fire and a little pint of hopium. He says the chart's about to pump, and actually he puts a little thumb on the charts, and this is a Mr. Poole chart, and it just shows the line kind of going up, crashing down, and basically you see a 30% pump. Actually you see a pump about where we're at now, that we're going to pump. And then let's just say we move to $7 or somewhere around there. Then we pull back maybe about 25 to 30% before that next leg, rocketing up, upwards, let's say $20 to $30, doing a massive move there. But then after that, it absolutely just collapses down 90%. Let's just say if it was at $30, I'd put us at $3. But then after that, it's just one straight line going straight up, indicating a flip the switch moment. So, by Mr. Poole's cryptic tweets. So anyway, but always go back, not financial advice, but I've always had this theory that a lot of people are saying, yeah, I'm going to sell out here and buy lower. Like if you're taking profit 27.30, great, do what's best for you. But a lot of them will have in mind that, okay, I'm going to buy here, but I'm going to buy back in and just stack it knee deep when it gets down here, whether it's $7 or $3. But I always have this scenario, what if you can't buy at all? What if you are unable to even get onto exchange and you wake up the next morning and you're looking at a green candle that's the light you have never seen before and it way surpassed $30? So yeah, and that's just a scenario I play out. Digital Dave, and by the way, with his wife in the Versan, had great questions and great answers as well. But this was one of the last thing he said. And this was so great. So he had someone from BlackRock on his episode, and they're talking about tokenization. And as soon as he got off that episode, he was like, all right, level with me. Tell me what's going on. I want to hear what's going on. I won't announce it on my channel. So anyway, but the guy from BlackRock said, you know what? You said you've been talking about this liquidity crisis. He confirmed to Versan it is going to happen. So we don't know if it's going to happen this year or it's going to happen in next year, but the guy at BlackRock says it's looking to happen. Also, we know Jake Klaber over at Digital Wealth Partners also said that he was confirmed, had another source that confirmed his domino theory of a liquidity crisis was happening. So that's two now that we have that have been told some people pretty high up the food chain. So yeah, and he goes on to say it will begin when rate cuts happen, and that begins to devalue the dollar. And so with all you guys, be prepared. Anything can happen in this space, and just like, oh, I just wanted to just use a little 4-letter word. I got a little prop for next episode. It's a lot of fun, especially on days like today. So forgot to bring it out here. I'll do it tomorrow. We'll have a little fun with that. So it's not if, but when the banks, the institutions will use XRP at scale for large wholesale payments for the new financial system in the world. And it says that flip could possibly happen in Q4. Maybe it doesn't happen until 2026 or 2027. Nobody knows. But not financial advice. If it does happen in Q4 this year and you wake up one morning and you look at your phone or you look at your computer, your phone's blowing up with calls and texts, and then you log in and you see XRP at $500, oh my God, or higher, what would you do? Comment down below. Definitely would be time to celebrate, you think? And also definitely time for a bigger boat. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.